my name is Dot, and I am A.theist. I am a theist turned atheist. Specifically, I was one of Jehovah's Witnesses. I made religious studies my life, which actually led me to dismissing the concept of religion and God altogether. So here I am to discuss my experience as one of Jehovah's Witnesses, shed some light on the darker side of the religion, and talk about religious theology from the view of someone who's been on both sides of religion. Sounds fun, right? I promise to try and not be too boring. Okay, so a little about me. I'm a 23-year-old female, she, her, and I like taking long walks on the beach. Okay, sorry, that just felt too formal. So basically, I was raised in this super strict religion and in an even stricter home, both of which came with a lot of baggage that my therapist just loves to hear about, and now it's your turn. Yay, right? Well, I promise this won't just be a narcissistic rant, although I will be drawing from my own experiences for the first few videos. I'll be using examples from those I've known, but due to some legal stuff with child abuse cases, I'll be changing names of perpetrators and victims and all that jazz. Now, the next video will be a JW crash course, so if you aren't already familiar with the religion, I would definitely check that out because it'll be helpful for the video after that. But yeah, so I want to address some issues about religion and basically how to recognize toxic, abusive, and/or cult-like behavior. I'm going to be approaching this from a biblical or religious material perspective, an ethical and legal perspective, as well as a personal angle. The reason that I want to emphasize abusive patterns is because, as in every relationship, it's the behaviors of a person or entity, not the person or entity themselves. Basically, I'm criticizing the acts of certain, if not all religions, even going so far as to directly name and cite them, but this isn't about the followers themselves. So, if you're a witness watching this, the next few videos are not an attack on you, so calm down and deep breaths. On the other hand, for those who are not J-dubs, then know that even though I'm going to mention sexual and physical JW abusers, don't go thinking your JW neighbor is planning on hurting anyone. If you've ever have any questions, just please leave a comment or email me. I don't actually think anyone will be too terribly interested in this. There are many loud and proud atheist YouTubers who cover these topics, and they do so more eloquently and entertaining than I ever can. Mad respect for them. I personally believe that there can never be enough voices on the matter, though, especially from the female representatives who are historically the most oppressed in almost all religions. Also, I can be funny sometimes. At least people laugh at me. So hey, maybe you watch this with laughing at an atheist in mind? Go right ahead. Maybe you're wondering about how someone could go from devout to devoid. And maybe what I really hope is that you are looking for a safe place to explore thought without fear of religious repercussions. Don't worry, I won't tell. Just make sure you clear your search history. Now, I'll get into this more soon, but why and how did I go from Little Miss Bible Thumper to A.theist? The short story is I fell in love. The medium-length story is that I had so genuinely believed in my God that when I ran into tribulation, my faith grew stronger. In the book of Job, this dude was seriously depressed, and everyone was telling him to reject his faith and recognize how shitty everything was. But Job knew that God was still righteous, even though he didn't understand why he was being allowed to and seemingly forced to suffer. Job had to seriously consider where he was going to stand, but in the end, this inward and literal search outside of himself led to him having an even stronger faith in God, plus he got blessed. So pretty much the moral I took away with this was that if you really believe something is right, then when it gets put to a test, it passes. If your Bible is truly from God, then nothing I say will have any effect on your relationship with Him. Therefore, I'm harmless. These videos are harmless. Therefore, it doesn't hurt you to hear my criticism. But if it does, then maybe your book isn't from God. If you're afraid that that might be true, then you might be too afraid to listen to what I have to say. So if watching videos like this bother you, you may want to ask yourself why it does. And if you are right, then what do you have to lose? Now, I want to address those who may be like me, someone who used to be a JW or Mormon or strict Catholic or anything like that, but isn't anymore and is healing from that experience. If that's you, please feel free to share your story with me, whether in comments or emails, again, because I really love to connect with others and learn more about their stories. So I think support is essential when we're healing from any of the common traumas that often come hand in hand with religious abuse. So thank you for watching, and we'll talk very soon.